Yeah, hi guys, and welcome back to Doki Doki Leaders Club. Obviously, I've only started playing this, and I've just on new Literature Club, but for some reason there's some strange noises in my head. And last time there was this, I don't know why, but there's this note where I had to stay have a dot, and then it said, "Oh, I love you." I have no idea who that can be from. I know it's a special poem, but it just feels weird, and I've only just met this girl, so I don't know what's going on. I don't know Monica for a while, but I'm not sure. But and then there's this name, Sayori. I don't know what that's about. I can't remember. Let's have a look. Hi again, Dark. Okay, Monica, glad to see you. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Ha ha ha. Why would I run away? No, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. It's my second day here, actually. I was the last one to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Dark. What the hell happened to her face? Thanks for keeping your promise, Dark. What the hell happened to her face? Hope it isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. But Natsuki, oh come on, like you deserved any slack. You already had you already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but you don't. If you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki has a big mouth for someone who keeps mangakas in the club room. Remember Monica? Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Repeat, repeat. Natsuki plops back into her seat. I'm sorry, Dark. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read. Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now, so it's only right for me to do something that, like if you ask, wait, I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be part of this club, but, so even if I don't read often, I would be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? Well, yes, I just felt like, oh, I did you. But as the vice president and all, if I should help you get started on something, might like. You reached into a bag and pulled out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so to keep your attention if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. This is how this girl accidentally being so cute. She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. For you, well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Not everyone is settled in. I expect one to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Your face is already buried in the book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she's waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time, I'd feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of a book. It looks like the same book as she lent to me. More like that, it seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. It sneaks another glance at me, eyes me for a split second. That only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing that I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this. That's the book you gave me, right? I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. It just goes how you have two copies of the same book. Well, I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, and that's not. That's not right. I just happened to buy two of them. I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. When it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What is the story about anyway? Well, I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison. And people tapped inside, oh, wait, yeah, I've seen lust for blood, but the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off the limbs and affixating them too. That might be a bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean. Not the thing about limbs out of the limbs. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Dewey made it sound like it was going to be a nice story. So that dark turn came from nowhere. Ah, are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Doc? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I mean, I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so inclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that this kind of story is the kind that challenges you to look at life from a new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway. Wait. Then suddenly, I'm rambling, aren't I? No, again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologise. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, my whole body gets incredibly what? I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange, and please stop me if I start talking too much. I don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. Ah, that's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? Yes. I mean, you don't have to, but what are you saying? Let me just get the book. I agree to the book that I had put into my bag. Oh, it's fine if I sit here, right? It's slipping into the seat next to yours. Ah, yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. That's... I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in a company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright, I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Ewan means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel a presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not any particularly bad thing. Maybe a little bit distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realise that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. So this is... Sorry. I just feel like bathing in the feeling of heat. Wait, what? Yuri, you're really apologetic a lot, aren't you? I do. I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here it should work, right? It should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Julie's, then hold my book more. I suppose so. You timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold open the book. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yul takes her left arm, holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. Wait. I don't know why, but I'm feeling a sense of deja vu. Like I've done this exact thing before. With Yuri. I'm not sure what it is though, because I haven't played this game before, but I've just got a sense of deja vu. It's probably nothing. Let's have a look anyway. I do the same thing with my right arm on the right side of a book. That way I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face as she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page? Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glanced at your face again, and that eyes me. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. Ah, that's okay. You're not used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. You continue reading. See how face is moved? You no longer ask me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page for me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost felt like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yui. It's not silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me a little bit of... No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. That seems different. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking that the way she's taking it as things, she says, and all that. Yeah, that's what you were talking about. Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her. Like, what about her? That she goes and stabs people? Something else. Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet, so I don't know why that came into my head. Yeah, are you feeling alright? It's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... Am I breathing? You put your hand up to her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself. He stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Dark? Did something happen just now? I have no idea. We were acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything. Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh no, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. No, nothing. Ah, don't worry, I believe you, silly. Joey just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start saying our poems to each other? Eh? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, it might be a while, so I just figured we'd get started without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. Who should I send my poem to first? Okay, I'm gonna have to go Monica. I should start with Monica. Yesterday she seemed eager to read my poem, and I want her to know I'm putting in effort. Haddock. Having a good time so far? No, not really. For some reason I'm getting a load of hints of deja vu. I don't know why. Having a good time so far? Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Ah, yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up. Okay, I feel like a threat. It feels like a threat, doesn't it? It feels like a damn threat. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I mean, I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to say your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Dark. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. And Monica, I'm home. Great job, Dark. I was going, oh, in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. That's like the same one. I'm not sure... Wait. The first one? What do I mean, first one? I'm confused myself. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That's why it always counts when I put some into methods. Ah, that's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know, Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? But that's full of imagery, and I think that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. You're detached from reality? Yeah, I think it probably is, and probably mine is detached from reality as well. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing though. I mean, but sometimes I can get the impression that she's just totally given up on people. I have that feeling as well. I feel like I've given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. That's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly, like earlier. I think if she gets a little too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Suddenly, the door opens. Yuri, I'm back! Did I miss anything? Not really. We all started sending our poems to each other. Eh? Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologise. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more than glad that you took all the time you needed. Alright. Thanks, Monica. I suppose I should get my poem now. Alright, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. Okay, I'll read it. Just I'm pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That's me, I feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Whole in all, he wasn't looking at me, confused, but I finally glanced at my surroundings. But my burned eyes can no longer see colour. I finally glanced at my surroundings, but my burned eyes no longer see colour. Are there any others in this room? Are they talking, or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling, playing tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dispagates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there, swallowing my fear. I brandish my pen. What the hell was that? Strangely, I didn't get any deja vu from that. So what do you think? Well, it's very freeform, if that's what you call it. So I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. This is a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really, well, powerful. What's the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it, but I guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany recently. Oh god, what epiphany. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany for a poem. Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other, maybe. Here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story in your brain, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. That is true, Monica, but still, I don't trust you for some strange reason. I feel like you're hiding something from me. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. That is true. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today, and, thanks for listening. Yuri. Hello, Yuri. As Yuri reads my poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What was that? Question mark. How did I say that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole mouth, her face. Yuri, he's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imaginary and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Well, really? Well, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yep, I haven't written poetry before. I mean, I've analysed poems. I never wrote a poem. And the poem I typed up in year 11 was actually copy and pasted. But You guys thought it was fun anyway, great anyway, and you didn't even check it. Huh. You stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know I just meant you were 2 hours off, unable to find an excuse. I got a tape copy can stove desktop button. You're tied off, unable to find an excuse. Traces your finger along the words of the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most notable thing I recognise in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter and they fit the two together. The end result is both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. The end result is that both the style and effectiveness is weakened. When Joey finds her train of thought, it is as if her demeanour totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and then trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you more valuable feedback. Naturally, you can be a little biased, though. Biased how? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about other people like that. Sorry, it's fine. Where did that accent come from? I think that sounded like an Australian, didn't it? That other voice. I don't know where that came from. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologising to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to say my thought process behind it. You smiles dreamingly, as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which in itself is a kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? The ghost under the light. The tendrils from my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing, it must be this time. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe calm breathing air of the pleasant present, but living in the past. The light flickens, I flicken back. Wait. Why does that sound so familiar? But I don't think I've heard it before. But I'm getting a sense of deja vu. I mean, I got nothing from Monica's. I guess it's okay. Yes, it's fine. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. Ah, what? I wasn't thinking that at all. It's much better than mine, but it took you a long time to read. Ah, well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. I mean, even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Huh? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Dark. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember, the poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences into their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbiotically compared to a ghost. Living in her last remaining place of comfort and able to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That is a lot more solemn putting it that way. If I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. Eh? It's nothing really. Yours was pretty impressive too. Nah, if anything, I could have probably learned a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous doing all this. So was I. But in the end, I enjoyed it. I mean, I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Dark. Wait, doing my best for me? Me too. And of course, last but not obviously last and definitely least, we have Natsuki. Well, it's about when I expected something from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. I just didn't. It just didn't invoke any emotion. So basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. I am gonna say sigh. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Wait. There it is again, that deja vu feeling. Like I've read it before, but I know I haven't. I don't know, it's just weird. Yeah, I told you you weren't going to like it. I like it. Well, to be honest, I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school says that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style won't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like it when I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. I like this poem. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay, like a set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did? I guess more into it than I realised. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I just tried to humour with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Phew. I guess that's everyone. A glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I had anticipated. Is this everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities? Even if they're just being nice. There's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monica is writing something in a notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, showing their respective views. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows bow in frustration. Well, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Eh? What did you say something? It's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice, eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. I was looking for suggestions. I would have asked someone who actually liked it, which people did by the way. Monica liked it, and Dart did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon. Of course, I've come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. No. And Dart liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realise you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Eh? That's not why. You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Doki appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you know that he didn't appreciate my advice? Are you that full of yourself? No? If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Ooh! Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Dark started sewing up. No, that's okay. That's a little... This doesn't involve you. Taking out your own insecurities on others like that. You really act as young as you look, Natsuki. Mate, look who's talking, you want to be Eddie Pete. Mate, look who's talking to you, want to be Eddie Beats. Eddie? Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend. See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know? If you want to prove anything, stop rushing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only thing cute about you is how you try. The only thing cute about you is how hard you try. Wow, be careful. You might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh my bad, you already do, don't you? Did you accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with your head? Oh my god. Yeah, go on. Let Dark hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this. Suddenly Yuri turns towards me, as if she just noticed I was standing here. Dark? She's trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. How did I try and go? Probably, of course. What do I do? There's nowhere to save! Oh god, what do I do? Let's get you it. Monica. Hey Dark. Why don't we step outside for a little bit, okay? Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll get back inside once they're done yelling. Simple as I am, right? I can't even convert my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes. But I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway? If this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'll be happy to spend time with you instead. Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom. Oh my god, what was that? What the hell was that? She quickly runs away. Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Yuri's rocking back and forth in her desk, with palms on her forehead. Yuri? I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki. Or did. Dark? Please don't hate me. Please? I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget about it by tomorrow. Completely? Anyway, the meeting's over, so you can go home now if you want. Yuri looks at me, like she wants to say something. Besides, he keeps glancing at Monica. You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. I know President tries to be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm Vice President, so please let me take care of the responsibility today. It kind of sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not that. It's not that. I mean, I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Dark. It would just be embarrassing with you listening. So, I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble, but I really appreciate your understanding. What just happened? Okay, I guess we got another poem. Inferno. Analysis. Frightening. Hurt. Cry. Unstable. Defeat. Sadness. Sadness. Unending. Joy. Depression. Dark. Unrestrained. Determination. Alone. Afterwards. What? Extraordinary. Skipping. Rainbow. Tedious. Another day passes and it's time for a club meeting. Oh, sorry, yeah. What's happened? What's happening? Something's really going down. Something is wrong here. I don't know why, but my head's starting to hurt. Oh, it's like I'm trying to remember something, but I just can't. There's something here that I'm supposed to know about, but I can't. It's like I've lost my memory. Never mind. Anyway, guys, I think that'll be it for today. Since I've recorded, I think I've recorded about 6 of these today. So yeah, I'll probably be won't be recording for a while. I'll just upload them day after day. Yeah, because I'm gonna definitely need to do that when I go down to Gavin. Just record and then upload them from my laptop. Because yeah, that's how I'm gonna have to do it, guys. So I'll see you all later. So like, subscribe, comment. I don't know why. There's this name, Sayori. I don't know how I know it. I don't know who they are. But I feel like my heart is hurting and broken. And like I saw something terrible. And it's gone. And it's just gone. I don't know what it is and what to do. I don't know what it is. And I've been getting this deja vu feeling, like I've read the poem before, like I've seen some of the stuff before, and some stuff feels off. I'm not exactly sure what's going on anymore, guys. So I wonder what's going to happen next. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.